Hey, what's up, everybody? All y'all, all the bodies everywhere. Hey, what's up? Those clouds and the blue sky. Anyway, hey, I'm here to speak about precise speaking, the dimension of speaking precisely, and category confusion, and maybe idioms or something like that, or just a way, quote unquote, that's just a way of speaking, quote unquote, just. So I heard on a video some time ago about Palestine and Israel and we know that Iran did blankety blank blank blank. Iran did that. Iran did blankety blank 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 blank. And I'm in America here actually, as speaking as if I am America, I am a part of that that I'm a part of, do sell bombs to whatever. That's what we do is. We say that actually, and in a big way, one of the biggest linguistic contributions is it's not just a linguistic contribution, but it is a submission actually to that script. I remember when I was living in Toronto, I had a manager, really cool, wonderful, smart dude. We had so much fun at this job together. And we were having a cool conversation after work, and it was deep or whatever and cool. And he knows a lot about history and cool stuff. And he was like, then you guys went and bombed Iraq. And I was like, hold on. Me guys have never been to Iraq. You guys have never bombed a place. I've been close to Iraq. I've done lots of things. But this guy hasn't, in fact, been to Iraq and hasn't, in fact, bombed a place. I understand what you're saying, and I don't remember what we said, but there is a way that speaking creates the fertile ground for those situations to keep happening. And it's like speaking in a way that is only about reflecting instead of about creating or engineering, like creatively considerate of the actual order of dynamics in alignment. Yes. So I heard someone say in a video today, and what this means, he was talking about the economy, is that this must mean is that the unthinkable is happening. And I know that's like just a quote unquote just a quote unquote matter of speaking, because obviously what do you mean unthinkable? Like, that's a metaphor. There's something about that's metaphoric. For sure, in some way we could say when the pandemonium first was put on us, or was laid out as, boom, this is the way the world is behaving for you everywhere. That was like, we were all like, I did not think that this was going to happen, kind of, in some big way. Most of us sort of were in a trippy state of, for a while, we were kind of like, whoa, like, you mean they just stopped everything? We just stopped all that? It is interesting. You could say the unthinkable is happening, and that you could say that, and that would be like fine to say, and it's understandable too, for sure. Actually, man, we're in the unthinkable. It's kind of like when the pandemonium first happened. It was a very liminal zone for us, very trippy for us, very interesting for us. You could call that the unthinkable for sure. So anyway, this guy said about the economy that because Walmart's getting great like I don't know, stock reports or whatever, that's proof that it's gotten to a certain point that means that the wealthy are having to buy the poorer people's stuff. And so that means that the unthinkable, quote unquote, is happening. So anyway, meaningfully meaning things and speaking in a way that's meaningfully meaningful with our speaking understanding and grace in creation. We could say, let's see here, that the pandemic, like everything actually, with like compassion too for each individual position and perspective, that they all make sense. Everything is exactly, it makes sense why it's there to it. If you look from your own intelligence, you can see that it makes sense actually. In some big way, everything kind of fits in some big metaphysic kind of way. Also, there is dynamics of, and the explanation gets to be more clearer. In fact, sometimes it is this. It fits within the explanation of something like, my meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. That meaningless meaning is confusing and chaotic, and it has to do with the fact that there could be, it's the idea that there could be something other than the truth actually, or let's say here that lack, according to, this is the law of one book, it says the only thing that isn't true is lack actually, or the Course in Miracles kind of way is to say the consideration that there could be anything other than what is the truth. The truth is true, it's always true. Anything other than it is not true. So a story, though, that we live in is a symbol of a dance with that core heart, oneness, innocence, innocent awareness, is in dynamic dilemma with a response-able position for that person, the care actor, the courageous character that we get to play, that this guy, this human self, gave me to give his whole life to say, hey, I, this body Joey called, have one life to live. Hey, you spirit, me, let's work together with this thing. Give me a good time. Let me be a help to those around me in the spheres that I influence, and perhaps my human family. Maybe not though. Give me a good time, make me a good story, hey? I got one life to live, I'm giving this to you, bro, hey. So, anyway, let's see here. So, yes, it is true. The unthinkable may be happening. I remember that when the pandemonium did happen, I know that, dude, like, you've had your own traumas, and I've had my own traumas, and everybody's have had their own, and some people more than others. And there gets to be some recognition of that honesty and compassion for each person's kind of karmic position. When the pandemonium first happened, there was for us, for many of us, a opportunity to be more in meditation and prayer for a while actually, and it was kind of like recess actually in some way, hey? So like this guy is saying that the unthinkable is quote unquote recession, recess, taking recess from society's thoughts that oh my God, it's all about to almost break, and the strategic side of ourselves that is like that, just underneath the surface having to be like, dude, gotta do stuff, But it's interesting because for 20 years of my life, there were people there's political pundits, some of them who I listened to at one point in my life, sometimes regularly. Glenn Beck, actually, in post my Mormon mission for a few years in university, I would listen to. And, whatever you think about him, I think he's funny. I think he means well, basically. And I think he's misdirected in a few different ways that come to mind right away, but that's fine, I understand, And though, what I think can be seen, and some self-awareness could come to him actually, is that his message often like 20 years ago was, oh my God, we're on the edge of the complete bleak, we're almost this close to having it be blah, 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 blah. The pandemic happened and we're still happening, we're still here actually in some way. So I think what I'm trying to say is taking down our certainty that indeed the unthinkable, this certainty about such a vague statement even actually, that the unthinkable is happening. Okay, hold on. Before you scare all the kids, what is the unthinkable, sir? By the way, this guy, I don't think he necessarily has a bad agenda. I think he's maybe not. There's a speaking that isn't trained for us, that is missing, which is the speaking of our conscious creation, using our speaking. And if you're a lady, using your speak queen, hey? Speak kings, speak queens, what's up? Hey, let's speak creatively. Creating things. Maybe they haven't been. There's such a thing as reflective speaking, and that's historical. This is what happened. This is, or what happens at this general thing regularly, speaking about how other things are, and that's honest and good, and it gets to know where we are coming from, kind of, and also we get to look at things that otherwise are subconsciously sort of playing us as we speak about things how they are. We're kind of taking them off and looking at them, kind of. We're also, though, sometimes using those words as if they are us in some way, or that they're stuck on us, and that they mean that definitely, that quote unquote the unthinkable, without having defined what that is actually clearly, and the possibility of it, without having seen the future of what the unthinkable could bring for us consciously in our communication as a communicator of the fact that, hey, Walmart's making money, that means maybe the unthinkable may be happening. What I would suggest then is, hey, get used to the idea that eating less is actually helpful, actually in some big way for most people, for many people, even little bits of fasting in some way, It's not that, see, the economy, I know it's lots of other things, but when it comes to food, we're not going to starve in some big way. And we have an opportunity to recognize that every birth is a funeral, actually. When it comes to pandemic, anything like this, or recess or recession, we're taking a recess. We're taking off the normal society commons game for a bit. Maybe we can come back and have commons. The commons make more common. Make sense more common. Make sense. Make meaningful meaning more common with our speaking, consciously leading from our heart, mind, love, and light soundly.